What is going on YouTube? My name is Bankrupt. Thank you for tuning in. And today, well, we have our pre-release event for Star Wars Set 2. And because of it, every card we're going to see you today and next couple days will be just Set 2 cards. Because the way pre-release works is that you get a nice little box with 6 packs. You open those packs up and then you get to make a deck out of them. At least 30 cards. And yeah, it's pretty fun. And like always, there's buttons, links down below. If you enjoyed the content, let me know as well. And what leaders are you excited to finally play for Set 2? As you can see here, we have a blue-red taking on blue-yellow. We have Rey taking on Gar. And yeah, we're going to kind of go over the leaders real quick and then talk about the matchup as it happens. So Gar over here on the undeployed side is each friendly upgraded unit gets +1/+0, which is kind of nice for those units that come and play with shield because that does count as an upgrade. Or any other upgrade you add to them will kind of get that nice little buff to it. And then on the deployed side, each friendly upgraded unit still gets the +1/+0 and gains when defeated. You may return an upgrade that was attached to this unit to its owner's hand, which is kind of nice for recovering a lot of those cards. And then Rey on the other side, for 1 resource and as an action, you give an experience token to a unit with 2 or less power. And on the deployed side, it's a restore 3, but on attack, you may give an experience token to a unit with 2 or less power as well. So kind of keeping those weaker units and making them a little bit stronger, which is kind of nice. We have our first couple plays starting out with a privateer spaceship, which is 2/2. But when you control another yellow unit, this unit gains shield, which is kind of nice. So when you play this unit, it gains the shield token. So in this case, it won't get it, but just for future plays, if you play it afterwards, it will have it. And then on the Rey side, we have a Gray Squadron Y-Wing, which is a 1/3, but on attack, the opponent chooses a unit or a base they control, and you can deal 2 damage to it, which is really nice for future plays. Following up, we have Moisture Farm, which is a card I actually really do enjoy. It's a 0/4, but it's restore 2 for 1. But if you play it with the Rey deck, like, you know, this is pre-release. This person may not have gotten Rey, but as a card that just attacks for 0/4, but then you give it experience tokens, it gets on and on throughout the game, could potentially become a 3/7, I think, with restore 2, which is really nice. Other plays we got Ketsu hitting the board, which is a 3/2 Saboteur, getting past those shields. But when in Sentinel, and when it attacks, when this unit deals combat damage to a base, you may defeat an upgrade that costs 2 or less, which is kind of nice. But we saw that immediately got hit with the enticing reward, which we'll come back to this in a second. But the unit gains bounty and allows the in this case, Gar, when it defeats or captures it, search top 10 cards in your deck for 2 non-unit cards, reveal them, draw them, and then I think if this isn't a unique, you get to discard a card from hand. Getting an ambush here, Chain Code Collector with ambush on attack, bounty. If it has bounty, it has -4, and we're seeing it kind of ramming into this card. We're going to see real quick, you guys can't hear the actual audio, but the Gar player, once they realized about it, they actually said, oh, that's the wrong one. So apparently they had put a bounty, or they thought it was a different card when they attached it. So they're going to resolve the effect, and I don't think they actually find anything with the effect. And a couple things I missed over is that we have seen the Rey player giving experience tokens to their squadron as well. We are on turn 3 and it's 2-4 right now. But here we're doing the top 10 search. And with this being, a new set, like, for me, I have every card pulled up right now because I haven't got my box yet for it. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to go over the cards as soon as possible, as soon as they hit the board as fast as possible, because I don't have all of them 100% memorized or just like in front of me. I have to look at my other screen to kind of remember what these cards are or what their effects are and whatnot. But yeah, Chain Code Collector is pretty nice. It's a 4/2, so it's weak in the sense that it could die pretty quickly. But as long as you're using it to attack bounty units, it could probably withstand a couple attacks. Here we see Rey kind of boosting up the Y Squadron once more. And getting a couple, this won't do any damage, but definitely is healing up the Gar space with the Moisture Farmer. We're paying 3 for Twin Pod Cloud Card, which is a 2/2 will restore 2 as well, which is actually very nice. And we have Y Squadron once again swinging, and we see that the Gar player is constantly choosing the base instead of their own troops. Going into the next phase. And Gar still has the initiative right now. We have Look the Other Way being played right now. So, which normally allows you to exhaust a unit, unless that owner pays, that controller pays two, which we did see that they pay two resource for it. And then we have Ray turn around playing another two cost card, which is the Clan Rin Rescuer, which is a 1/2, but when played, you give an experience token to a unit, which is kind of nice. Whereas we're just buffing up the Y Squadron over there. Getting a buff put on Moisture Farmer is Founding, which gives it a +1/+1, making it a normally a 1/5, but in Gar's case, it's a 2/5 with Restore 2. And we're getting a swing here, taking out the clan, and Moisture Farmer will take 2 damage from that attack. But it is Restore 2, but we're seeing here that they did not heal themselves. Which I will say after going over this video, that doesn't change the end result of this game. It will kind of balance itself out. Getting some damage going back and forth. We're sitting at 8-13 with the twin pot swinging once more, making it actually 6-16. And I said 16 that way because we're going to see they're going to put a 5 damage token on their base, but they end up taking up all 3 of the 1 tokens, making them have 15. I'm leaving it at 16 for right now as a reminder. That's where we should be. And now we're equipping the Vambrace Grapple Shot, which is a 2/2, which is kind of nice. But when this unit attacks, you can exhaust it to finish. If it attacks into something particular, you can just exhaust it. But this makes it naturally a 6/4, which is really good. Going into the next phase, sitting at 6-16. So we're paying 2 resources for the 2-drop gunship, which is a 2/1, but when defeated, it will deal 1 damage to a unit or a base, which is kind of nice. But we're immediately giving it a bounty, which is Rich Reward. Giving experience token to each up to 2 units. There we go. We got a trade bounty going on here with Death Mark. This bounty just allows the person to draw 2 cards, which is kind of nice. And we see a trade happening here. So one player will get the 2 draws, while the Gar player will get to move experience tokens to 2 different cards. Or up to, let me pull that card back up. Give an experience token to each of up to 2 units. I think he stacked them both to the same one. It should have been 1 and 1 instead. But like I said, this is a new set. We are kind of learning our cards as, we haven't played them yet until now, because this is the first round from our pre-release event. Because the gunship was defeated, 1 point damage was put to a base, and now we're actually at 16. Like I said, there was some healing that didn't actually occur and some damage that didn't get placed correctly. So now we're sitting at 16 again. It is on the Ray player deciding what to do right now. So we're about to pay 1 or 2 resources, debating on what's the best option here. We are paying 1 resource for a Daring Raid, which is actually a really fun card. I like this card a lot. You just deal 2 damage to a unit or base. It's a cheap kind of like, if you just need to spend a resource on something, just to spend a resource, boom, there you go. So we're about to see. I think we're about to see it. Yeah. All right. So he is playing a unit on the board. It is actually Super Commando Squad. I had to watch the original video, slow it down a little bit just to see what the card was in his hand before he played it. I don't know what's happening here, but I guess I forgot to specify where the camera was actually recording, and he went off the map. But it is Super Commando Squadron, which is a 4/4. It is shielded when it comes into play, and it has while this unit is upgraded, it gains Sentinel. So it just has Sentinel built into it on play because it has the shield token, which is kind of nice. And here we're just kind of getting some trades on units to bases, and it looks like right now we're seeing an 8 to 23. And here we're swinging with this, making it 15 points of damage. Actually, I think it's 16. No, 15. It's 15. I think it should be higher, but I don't think they calculate right. But when I look at the dice up close, it does say 15 on their dice. But technically, I think that's a 4/2 with a 2/2 and then 2 experience tokens, making it overall 8. And then actually, that's a 9 because the upgrades put onto it with Gar's effect. But according to the bases, we are starting at 1523. We still have a couple of attacks on both sides, and also leaders haven't been deployed yet, and they both can be deployed. And we're seeing a couple of attacks because we have actually just started a new phase. I was double checking the cards. Now we're pushing up to 15 to 27. And deciding to put 2 damage to a unit instead. It is now sitting on Gar's turn, debating on what to play or even just to act first. I think what would be best is to act with attacking with certain cards first and then going into other things afterwards. Yeah, I think that's the best play. I think swinging with Moisture Farmer would be best because it has the Restore 2 there. You are dealing, what, I think 3 damage? Sorry, 2 damage, yeah. And restoring 2 going down to 25. We see the swing here with the Twin Pod once more, and we go up to 28. And the 2 damage that it just took, it just kind of got restored as well. Here we're swinging to 24. We got the right amount of damage being put up there now. I'm not sure if that was a... I need to go back and double check if that was a called, like where the person said the wrong number earlier, but it was stated that time. We got Ray being deployed now. And we're swinging to base with the Squadron Commando. Keep in mind, it still has a shield token, which means it still has Sentinel, so Ray has to attack into it. Unfortunately, so Ray cannot attack into the base of Gar. But they are sitting at 29 right now, which is not looking good. Like, in 2 actions, Gar can have this just by deploying the leader and swinging if Ray cannot do anything to stop anything else right now. Now, Ray does have a Restore 3 on its attack, which is here we're swinging into the unit that's off screen right now, popping the shield, getting Restore going out to 26. And looks like we're about to have Gar. Yeah, Gar is being deployed right now, which keep in mind, Gar is a 4/7, so it's just enough damage to take out Ray. The question is, what can Ray do right now as a way of hopefully stopping that attack? And they're paying some energy for the tree Tinder Wookie, which has a 2-4 grip, which isn't enough to stop the attack, and that does give game to the Gar player. So yeah, that's our first round. Like I said, for the rest of this week, we're gonna have two or three more matches. I gotta double check all the footage, but we have 2 or 3 more matches coming your all's way. So stay tuned for those. And yeah, that's it. Thanks. Bye.